Can you put it in perspective how much of our economic future is riding on specifically the ag tech? Because we talk about a changing economy in St. Louis. Have you thought about this?
Well, I mean, it's obviously one of the areas that regional leaders have targeted for growth. It's one of our strengths, and it's a place that we've put a lot of resources in to growing because they're good paying jobs. It attracts a lot of outside investment. When you look at the impact, I guess, Monsanto has directly, they employ about 4,100 people in the St. Louis area, so which is a lot, but I mean it's not enormous. That we would, if 4,000 jobs left, we would feel it, but we've lost thousands of jobs at one point before.
Well, we do in economic development see it as our key economic driver. I mean, when
ag side of it.
The ag side of it, without a doubt. We have a lot of good sectors here: financial services, IT, tech, biosciences, biomedical, but we're the world leader in ag. We're the undisputed world leader in ag, and we can say that without question. And we think that's our biggest selling point.
People may not realize that or think that right away because you don't see a lot of, you don't see combines.
That's
in
what I'm
the
going to try and
Chesterfield
change.
Valley.
That's my goal of the next year.
You see them within what's the radius within 500 miles of St. Louis?
About 500 miles. 30% of the world's corn and soybeans are grown in that area.
So we are in the middle of the agriculture belt, where the other tech centers, the Silicon Valleys, the Bostons are not. So that's an
And actually, if you're driving west down 40 and you drop into the Chesterfield Valley,
you will see
right
on
off
the
the
north
right,
side.
you're going to see a combine
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
It's still alive and well, even with inside St. Louis County
But
borders.
more importantly, we have the most plant scientists of anywhere in the world.
true.
Like that's what the
The
companies,
the intellectual part of the ag
property.
stuff.
So we have the most plant scientists, which means we believe in economic development. This has been our strongest driver, is that we can go around the world and convince other companies to come here because they want to hire the people who had the expertise and they work here. So this has been truly an incredible thing to attract companies like KWS, a German company, open their first North American headquarters here across the street from Monsanto, their direct competitor, because they wanted to be where the science was. And we've seen Israeli companies in droves that Don and BioSTL has helped attract come to the Helix Center and to the Plant Science District. So I think it's without a doubt, when you hear the county executive, Steve Stanger, talk about it, he absolutely believes this is our key economic driver for the next 10, 20 years, and they're resourcing it very heavily to build this plant science district in Creve Coeur to attract new people.
Yeah, you asked about the sectors. So our portfolio includes ag tech, but also medical and healthcare. It's a big part of what we do. And there's probably, even though we have the most plant scientists in the world, we probably have 10 times as many medical scientists in St. Louis, at least 6 or 7 times as many medical scientists in St. Louis. There's a tremendous amount of dollars coming into St. Louis from federal research institutes, et cetera, to fund medical research in St. Louis. So there's more medical research happening in St. Louis than there is plant science research. But there are lots of centers in this country of medical research and of healthcare. So we compete with Boston and Baltimore and Nashville and lots of places. Whereas, like Katie said, when it comes to plant science, it's a little bit smaller of a niche, but it is something we can really call out as a strength, a unique strength that St. Louis has.
And the world is only getting more populated and needs more food, I guess. We have about, just so you know, we have about 45 seconds left, but go ahead.
I guess how I'll wrap up is, agriculture, ag tech, at least, for the purposes of this conversation, have been focused primarily around plant science, and that's what St. Louis is really strong in. But there has been a significant rise in other technologies, animal health and nutrition, software, data, precision agricultural services. And so as Don, the partnership, myself, and all the other organizations that are surrounded by agriculture really push St. Louis to be the world capital of this, we're going to start seeing more animal health. We're going to start seeing more precision agriculture as well.
20 seconds left, Katie. I'll give it to you. What do we need to be doing going forward?
Well, I think the ag tech, the tech part of it is the fascinating part because it's the technology that is making the sector take off. I mean, it is where it all comes together. The ag district will start being built this year, this upcoming year.
Thank you all very much.